Buying a franchise. What can I afford? Now, it's a tough question. It's what can you afford and what should you buy? And if you've watched previous videos, I've talked about the importance of coming to the table with enough financial bandwidth that's not going to overwhelm or stress you, and that you're able to scale and grow with. So let's say you buy $100,000 business. Let's say you bought one that's not brick and mortar. You bought a van. It's a service business. And so to get to 100,000, you needed to pay for the franchise fee. Let's call that 40,000, which we'll dive into. And you need another 60 to get the business operated, of which most of that you can finance. And so what I'm looking for is one, on the investment side, I want to see a 3-year payback on my investment. So if I invested 100K, I basically need to kick off $33,000 a year in profit so that I can pay off my investment. That's how I would look at it. But I'm not just saying I can afford a $100,000 business. Now, some people are going to get in, and let me just say that what I can afford is not all cash based. Sometimes it's grit or hustle. Sometimes the grit or hustle offsets the cash. When I started my business, I did so with about $10,000 in the bank. So it's not like I was super financially qualified to jump into the business, but I had grit and hustle, and nobody was going to have more hustle than me. And so you can come to the table with that. And sometimes the franchisor will recognize that. But when you're thinking about how much you can afford, it's very important to think through, like, how are you going to pay your bills, and how are you not going to get stressed out, and how are you going to scale? So my recommendation, and if you've watched other videos, after you figure out what you're passionate about, you've looked through the categories that you like, and you've landed on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brands that you've looked at, now start looking at the financial bandwidth that goes into it. What is a franchise fee? What are the royalties? What are the other fees? And so what is a scale back? What is item 19, which if you look in the franchise disclosure document, it gives you a decent view at how much the average unit volume is. So there's a lot of good tools here to help you figure out what you can afford when buying a franchise. Ultimately, you're going to know the answer. You're going to know what your risk tolerance is. You're going to know what's in the bank, and you're going to probably have done some homework on leveraging your 401k, your house, and some of the other assets that you have. So it's not a clear answer. You're going to know it. Happy to have the conversation with you. If you click on our free call button on the website, that part's free. If we start working with you, that's not free. We'll give you more information on that. But if you want to have a free call with us just to get a general sense of it, we're happy to help you here at 1851 Growth Club. Thanks, everybody. See ya.